Hey guys, my name is Daniel Modeke, and I'd like to thank you all so much for joining me today. Most importantly, I'd like us to thank God for enabling each and every one of us to be here today. You know, guys, I always sensitize you that if it's not for God, you'd not be here. Many are the plans in a man's heart, but God's purpose for that man always prevails. And so in your life today, there is so much for you to look back to and to be thankful to God for enabling you to be here. You know, there are those who would have loved to be in your position today, but due to certain circumstances, they have not had the chance to. And so always be quick to be thankful to God for each and everything you have. Be thankful for life. Be thankful for health. Be thankful for the provision that God has given you. Because if you look around you, there are people who would take that which you have in a minute. And so there's always a reason to be thankful to God. Well, guys, as usual, I leave my social media details right on the screen there. And so if you'd like to reach out to me, could be a topic you have, could be anything you're going through, could be a suggestion, could be whatever it is you'd like us to go through together, don't hesitate. Chat me up on my social media pages and I'll make it a point to revert to each and every one of you. Well, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel as well, don't forget the subscription button and also the notification bell so that you're always alerted when we post a new video, which by God's grace is normally each and every Sunday. Well, today's video is a topic that one of you suggested, one of the viewers suggested. Earlier in the month of October, to be precise, on the 10th of October, we had the World Mental Health Day. And this day was there to bring awareness to the world with regard to mental health. And the theme for that day was making mental health and well-being a global priority for all. You know, statistics show that 4 out of 8 to 10 people are going through a mental health challenge. And you see, in previous videos we've talked about this, and I've always said that the biggest challenge we face when it comes to mental health is the fact of stigmatization, where we have made mental health look so bad that nobody who is going through it is willing to come forth and to say that they are going through a challenge. And so Mental Health Day was there to make the mental health a priority for each and every one, to ensure that we have institutions, to ensure that people are enlightened on that which they require to do when it comes to mental health. You know, I'll tell you guys, the funniest thing is this: the people around you, some are happy every day, some are smiling every day, some people are as joyous as you've never seen before. But the truth of the matter is, that's a fence. You know, they're going through a challenge that they cannot share. They're going through a challenge that is affecting them mentally. And unfortunately, a lot of times when these things go unchecked, they could gravitate and move towards very extreme areas. You know, it's like a broken leg. If today you fractured your foot and you didn't get it checked, it becomes septic. It becomes dangerous to you. And that's the same thing with the mind. The mind is like any other part of the body that can be affected by different conditions. Could be stress, could be the environment you're going through, could be genetics, could be whatever it is that affects your mind. And so today I want us to understand that mental health awareness is absolutely important in this world we're living in today. Things have been hard. Most economies are going through a recession. And so people are really going through a tough time. And today what I want us to talk about is how can we as an individual help the cause of mental health. First things first, mental health illness is not attracted to a specific type of person. This can happen to anybody. It can happen to the CEOs of this world. It can happen to the celebrities who we see on television, the music artists, the most popular people that we know. it can happen to people who you think have got it all figured out. Mental health illness can happen to anybody. And so remember, no one is immune from issues that are in relation to mental health. And so anybody susceptible to this. Your environments, the things that you do, the people you're around can help grow any issues that you have within. And so that's question number one. A lot of people ask, who is susceptible to this? And the answer is anybody. Nobody is immune to this. And so that is something you must know. Some probably have a higher chance of getting into a problem because of the things they do, the environment they find themselves in, some the drugs they abuse, such matter of things. And so it's important for us to understand this. Secondly, is how can you help? And there are three simple processes. Number one, you must be available. What I mean by being available is you must be present for somebody to be able to talk to you. A lot of times we have things that burden us, but we have nobody to talk to because we feel as though we are wasting people's time, as though we are burdening people. And so for you, as a mental health champion, you must be able to be available, at least to listen. A lot of times listening is halfway through the solution. And so number one, be available. Be ready to listen. Because then when you listen, that person is able to unpack the things at which they go through. Point number two, you must at least have contacts of reputable or reliable institutions where you can send someone for help. Being a mental health champion doesn't mean that you're a psychiatrist. It doesn't mean that you have all the answers. It doesn't mean that you've got it all figured out. It doesn't mean that you're perfect. All it means is that you are able to provide first aid. You understand? You can provide first aid to somebody who needs it. And so the second point is have contacts to reputable institutions, reputable people who can help that specific individual in their journey through mental wellness. So have the contacts with you. The government has so many institutions that it has that provide free mental health awareness, free talks, free counseling, free therapy, okay? Apart from that, we also have private institutions where you can always take somebody or even you yourself can go to get help. So make sure that you have these contacts with you at all times. Thirdly, once the individual has at least utilized this process or utilized the institution that you took them to or had contact with the person you recommended, make sure you follow up. Point number three is following up. Make sure you follow up with a phone call, you follow up with a face-to-face meetup, you follow up with a text message. How are you doing, my friend? I hope you are feeling better. I trust that you utilize the contacts that I gave you. Have you been assisted? That helps the person feel better that you have a concern with regard to that which they are going through. And that is something that is absolutely important in ensuring that you become a good mental health champion or a mental health first aider. Last but not least, confidentiality. Whatever it is this person came and told you is nobody else's business. They looked at you and found you to be a person they can trust. They looked at you and found that you're a person they can open up to. What has made a lot of people die within themselves is the fear of opening up to people. Because the moment they open up, then their story becomes public knowledge. Everybody knows what they're going through. And everybody keeps whispering right, left, and center about their challenges. And so to be a good mental health champion and mental health first aider, you must keep things confidential. Whatever somebody tells you, don't go and tell it out. The same way you'd like someone to treat you if you went with them or to them with a problem. You'd like them to be confidential, isn't it? And so you must replicate the same thing. Be confidential in each and every matter. And those points will help you in becoming a mental health first aider or a mental health champion. That's what we need a lot in our societies. Look in your group today, that social circle you are in. There's somebody there who's not okay. There's somebody there who's losing it. His family, things are not good. His job situation is tight. His financial situation is not good. His spiritual health is not good. His physical health is not good. All these challenges that we go through will affect the stability of our mind, emotions, and all those things. And so remember, there are people out of every 10, 4 people are currently going through a challenge that is affecting the stability of their mental health. So be a mental health champion in your environment, at your place of work, in your family. You could be the one also going through challenges. Make sure, be honest to yourself. Do not fear. Identify somebody around you who you can trust. Talk to them. Share with them the issues you have, and they will help you get better. Most importantly, guys, you must cultivate a relationship with the manufacturer. You must cultivate a relationship with God, because God will help you become one. He will help you narrow down and understand your purpose in life and understand your reason for being. A lot of us have lost purpose. A lot of us have lost direction. And with that comes hopelessness. And with hopelessness comes a lot of mental challenges. And so remember, build a relationship with God, because He has your original blueprint. And so guys, remember, be there for someone, because one day someone will be there for you. Until next time, may the Lord bless you, may He keep you, may He shine His face upon you and be gracious to you. Feel free, chat me up on my social media pages, drop me an email, and let's keep talking. Conversations change the world. Take care, guys.